Hey, what is up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 23rd of January, 2026, and that's all highly debatable. But I gotta say, it seems like this year isn't going quite as fast as last year, or is it? I don't know. It's tough to tell. It's very tough to tell. But here's the fun thing. So much more information came out that I have to make an entirely new video. I just dropped a video yesterday where I was explaining the storm that's going from Texas all the way to Boston that's going to hit tomorrow that you have to pay attention to. I left very good links in that video for yesterday to Dutch Since, to Ryan Hall, and to Jailbreak Overlander with all the survival videos in it on how to stay alive when you don't have any power in the wintertime. So I'm not going to do that all over again today, but what I am going to show you today is some really crazy stuff. And some crazy stuff that Elon Musk, you know, the guy that said he would never go to the World Economic Forum, he said some crazy stuff. And it's funny because all the conspiracy theories we've ever talked about are now just mainstream news. The reason for that is all will be revealed. It all is being revealed. They've come to the conclusion they can do whatever they want, and the masses won't do shit about it. And the people like us that can actually see this, there's just not enough of us, and they can quiet us one by one, or they'll just institute the kill list, I'm assuming. At any rate, here we go. And I want to remind everybody before we get this video rolling that on January 5th of 2026, the United States Postal Service sent out this letter to all its letter carriers saying that in case of a pandemic, civil unrest, or a disaster, a catastrophe of some sort, hurricanes, etc., to keep delivering the mail. The one and only other time that this was done was right before the pandemic broke out, and it's never been done since. So remember that. Remember that, because too many people, this has already fallen down the memory hole. This was only, less than 2 weeks ago. Keep it in mind. Remember this. This went out for a reason, and you'll know that reason one of these days when you wake up or in the middle of the night. One of the two. Here we go. So let me ask you something. An army has decided to invade your town or your city or your commonwealth, whatever. Is your main concern with, hey, we need to do some research and find out exactly who authorized this army to take over? Or is your main concern fighting these people, evading these people, capturing or killing these people? You see what I'm saying? That's what people that are trying to find who's behind this. Who cares? It's them. I've been saying this for almost 20 years. It's them against us. And they disguise themselves as governmental figures that are here to help. They disguise themselves as experts. It doesn't matter who exactly is behind it. At the end of the day, if you want to know who's behind everything, the World Economic Forum, Davos, the Club of Rome, all of these places, it's Satan. Satan. Lucifer. The entity that was thrown from heaven like Barack Hussein, or like lightning from heaven. You see what I'm saying? Try to keep things focused here, people, because they're doing everything they possibly can to make you lose focus on exactly what they're doing to you right now. The New World Order isn't coming, it's here. They're just figuring out the best way to get us to kill each other. Period. Now, we've all listened to Elon Musk over the years talk about how he wouldn't hang around with those New World Order people, etc., even though back in November 6, 2024, 2024, he posted Novo Order Seclorum, New World Order, when Trump was elected, selected, put back in place. Elon's always told us he wouldn't hang around with the World Economic Forum, the Davos guys, the Club of Rome, any of those institutions, Bilderberg, etc., etc., etc. He said he'd never do it, and then, strangely enough, he did. Isn't that weird? Like he would do something, he'd say something, and then do it anyways, like he's a liar. But the weirdest thing is the stuff that he said.
That was not a large applause. Start again. That's better. Thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna make this interesting.
How many quotes are you going to want that are going to be after this session?
I don't know. I mean, 5.
Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see everybody here. It's been an amazing week here in Davos. Hopefully everybody saw that we are having conversations here. Hopefully everybody agrees. There are some conversations that we may disagree. There's many conversations that we may have agreed, but through those conversations, and I think today's result with a peace agreement earlier today, the World Economic Forum is here to have those conversations, to have understandings, and also resolution. So it's an important component of who we and what we are, and I'm thrilled to have Elon Musk here. He came all the way from California to be here to see all of you. So thank you, Elon.
You're most welcome. I heard about the formation of the Peace Summit, and I was like, is that PIEC? You know, a little piece of Greenland, a little piece of Venezuela. You know, a little piece of Greenland, a little piece of Venezuela.
So this is just hysterical to Elon and Larry Finkelstein, whatever it is, Goldbergstein. It doesn't matter. But there's Elon doing exactly what he said he would never do, which is what he always does, because it's what they always do. They're liars. And notice the upside down pyramid that he keeps presenting for everyone to see over and over and over again. And then Larry Fink goes on to explain things like, yeah, we're going to do this, that, with a wiffle ball bat, no big deal. These are the guys that are presenting themselves as the face. So if you want to throw tomatoes, here it is. You know what I mean? But these people are very well insulated. You're not going to get any place near them, and they know this. But notice the upside down pyramid over and over that he's consciously putting up. He looks a little nervous about it, but he has to do it because it's part of the rules. But the best part is what Elon decides to disclose.
Asked, are there aliens among us? And I'll say that I am one, but...
Or you're from the future.
They don't believe me.
Okay.
But I think if anyone would know if there are aliens among us, it would be me. We have 9,000 satellites up there, and not once have we had to maneuver around an alien spaceship. So I'm like, I don't know. Bottom line is, I think we need to assume that life and consciousness is extremely rare, and it might only be us. And if that's the case, then we need to do everything possible to ensure that the light of consciousness is not extinguished.
So what Elon's saying, without saying it in front of these distinguished people, is there are no aliens, okay? Not from outer space, they're interdimensional, which is what I've been telling you for years, because NASA does nothing while CERN chugs away. CERN, ITER, all their different projects are constantly working towards literally bringing in interdimensional beings, and Elon just said that he is one indeed. And this has been going around for a long time, but here it comes, man. The truth is coming out absolutely everywhere. These guys are about to unleash interdimensional beings onto this earth and give them the ability to show themselves in the physical realm. Men's hearts will fail from fear from what comes upon this earth. That's what that warning was about. But here's some other things. If people somehow believe that voting is going to get us out of this situation, why don't you look at who your local government, who your local elected officials sold all your water to? You know, the water company from your local township or your local city. See who owns it, because I guarantee it says BlackRock, Vanguard, Blackstone. It belongs to a corporation. They're buying up the drinking water and using it as a futures commodity.
So they're taking your water, jacking up the prices. They're not filtering it properly. They're probably dumping in plenty of more pesticides, fluorides, and other things like that. No big deal, nothing to see here. And they're doing the same thing with the electric. In every town that gets a data center, you're not getting any long-term jobs at all. A data center is a giant computer sitting in the middle of nowhere that can be run by people from, thank you, come again, India, remotely, or a few security guards. And the towns that they move into give them tax breaks. So there's no benefit. There's no quid pro quo. It's here's a data center. Your quality of life is going to drop by 50% overnight. And in the long term, your property will be worth nothing because you live near a data center and nobody will go anywhere near it. Not that that matters, because the future New World Order is here. It's here. I can't stress it enough. I try to, but I don't know if I get the point across. Any day now, they're going to drop another 9/11 on us. It's going to stop us in our tracks. And the way it's looking right now, look at the skies. Super humid, super hot, but that's what they need in order to make a monster-crushing storm go across the Midwest. And that's exactly what's going to start, apparently, tomorrow morning. From Texas to Boston. That's a big storm, man. Talking about 3 inches of ice. You know, the only way you could do that is if you had a machine or the technology to do so. And please, everyone, stop sending me the College of DuPage, NextRad Doppler link, because I'm the one that was leaving that. I'm well aware of it. It's what I use. I say it by name every time, but people have still decided to send me 15 emails to a link that I leave in my own videos, which I find, I don't know, poor research on it, at least. It's annoying. Being a one-man show, trying to stay in touch with everybody is hard to do. But I mean, I stay in touch with people to the point where I'm at their house. I'm taking out their trash for them. I'm helping them build a solar farm. I'm helping them build water filtration on their property. Things of that nature. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what YouTube community is.
The world is going to be short power. Short power. And to power these data companies, you cannot have just this intermittent power like wind and solar. You need dispatchable power because you can't turn off and on these data centers.
You know what's crazy? Making predictions based on the information that's available and the track record of the people that are putting this information out. When Elon Musk launched Doge, I told you it was not what it was claiming to be whatsoever at all. It was simply a way for the billionaire corporations to extract all the personal information they're not allowed to get unless they go through the government. And Trump opened the doors and let Elon and Doge in there. They stole all your pertinent information, every single crumb of information about you, every data point they now have. And then Trump and Elon had a breakup. It's so pathetic and so easy to see, but I told you that at the very, very, very beginning of this entire thing. And it's one of many conspiracy theories that are simply and only conspiracies. A conspiracy is a government pretending to be for and by the people when the government is simply doing what 𝗏𝗵𝗿𝗆 warned us about long ago. Corporations tried to overthrow the government using military force, a militia, and 𝗏𝗏𝗿𝗆 as the leader. 𝗏𝗏𝗿𝗆 went to the government, told them the plan, and they said, this is horrible, but we can't do anything about it because it could destroy the economy. And they got away with it. Well, the fun part about that is the guys that tried to do that massive takeover of the government, well, everybody that's doing it now are all their grandkids. So it's happening, and you need to understand this. There is no more government. Our government is completely 100% rogue. Has been since 9/11 and before that, but now it's just right out in the open. The president's literally going to other countries, stealing their president, claiming he's the president, stealing all their resources, and America's like, yeah, all right, oil, yeah. They've been telling us for decades that climate change is going to kill us all. But then suddenly, out of nowhere, we're building data centers at a record rate.
And data centers absolutely destroy the climate in real life because they poison and destroy every natural resource we need to live on Earth. And like I told you 15 years ago, they're terraforming the Earth. Whatever lives below, whatever used to be here, that's going to emerge again, apparently in our lifetime. I told you this a decade and a half ago, I'll say it again now. They don't breathe the same oxygen. They don't drink the same water, things of that nature. That's why they're completely destroying the Earth, and specifically America. Now remember this. I know a lot of people that think they're going to flee America and ride out this New World Order. Well, the New World Order is the entire world. America is just being targeted because America was set up to fail. America was a grand experiment, nothing more, nothing less. And we're now seeing the end of that experiment, which is going to be making Americans kill each other under the guise that they're somehow stabilizing democracy or retaining the republic, or, you know, like whatever they think. But the fact that no real protests have occurred in the United States is a testament to what's going on and what people will or won't do when the bell rings. When they told you to lock in 2020, that was the bell. And nobody answered. Nobody answered. They just did what they did and hope for the best, I guess. Hope for the best. See what happens. Ride this one out. It blows me away watching people like 𝗦𝗵𝗿𝗆, who I've reposted his videos for years. Great videos. He just put another one up, and the whole time he's talking about, I can't come to America anymore because of biometrics, which, okay. But then he says, making this film, it's a video, making this film cost me so much and he needs money. Which is okay, I guess. You know, it's just a regular video. You put one out every year or so. I put out 7 videos a week. At the end of the video, he starts talking about having COVID. What? COVID wasn't a bioweapon. COVID wasn't anything except relabeling every single thing that people died from anyways and calling it COVID. Okay? There was no COVID. There is no COVID. COVID was simply relabeling everything. And if you didn't have a disease, if you simply had a cold, they'd give you the respirator till they drowned you. And all of a sudden, 𝗦𝗵𝗿𝗆's talking about having COVID. His credibility just fell out the window. I mean, there's no Holy Ghost there, dude. If you've got the Holy Spirit in you, you saw COVID before it was even here, and you knew what it was and what it was going to do. Period. And then another channel that I've just completely given up on is TrueStream Media. Everybody has been talking about time flying, okay? Time is flying by. And TrueStream Media is like, everyone thinks time has slowed down so much. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Where do you come up with this stuff? I mean, seriously. And they're talking about a film they've been working on for 6 years. Dude, everything is moving way too fast for anybody to care about a film. A film. We can't put videos out quick enough to cover all the entertaining us to death psyops, false flags, fake news, and everything else they're putting out left, right, and center. It doesn't stop. Aliens are going to crash the economy. I mean, we're living in idiocracy right now, and we don't have enough time. And every day you spend looking at a screen, you're giving your time away to the beast system, period. That's why I do this while I'm driving. I'm doing stuff. But these topics won't stay out of my head. You see what I mean? And I made a video yesterday, and I was alluding to a certain couple of channels, and I got 7 emails from 7 separate people who were like, why were you talking bad about me? And it's like, actually, I wasn't alluding to you whatsoever at all. But if it bothered you, maybe that's some food for thought. Because people that are chasing all the hot topics, like, I mean, I can't imagine how many channels that have 500,000 subscribers that are still talking about Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk is a rabbit hole that was dug by the elites that will never get you to the bottom of anything. which is why I don't cover it. I don't care. He's got superhuman neck muscles that stopped at 308. Right there and then, the whole story's bullshit. Complete and utter nonsense. A 308 will go through your engine block. You know what I mean? Or it'll at least disable your engine. The human neck ain't stopping a bullet. I mean, that's insane. But what do I know? I'm just a conspiracy theorist. So I have a question for you. When you need food, how do you get it? Do you go out and hunt it, or do you go pick it off the trees yourself? Or do you go out to your never-ending garden and just pick all the vegetables that you need? Or do you go to the store and buy it with Federal Reserve notes, or with a debit card that's tied directly to your Federal Reserve notes? Oh, you do? No kidding. Okay. Now let me ask you, what happens if the Federal Reserve note suddenly becomes worthless paper, like has happened in every country throughout history forever? Well, what you would do is you'd either go rob your neighbors at the point of a firearm, or you would use gold or silver or other items to trade. But here's the deal. If you're traveling, if your house got washed away in a flood, if your house got hit with a wildfire, if your house got taken out by tornadoes, if your house got destroyed by earthquakes, and you had to travel, how much stuff can you carry? Well, I'll tell you, most people can't carry more than 30 pounds more than a mile. So you're going to need things like gold and silver. And the jerk-offs in the comments that go, you can't eat gold and silver. Yeah, you can't eat Federal Reserve notes either. You can't eat your ATM card, but you still fucking need them, don't you? It's unbelievable, man, how stupid people are. I don't have that, so I'm going to be mad at those that do. Check this out. I don't have gold and silver either. I gave away all my silver. I gave away an entire roll of silver recently to a 10-year-old. And now that 10-year-old silver is worth, shoot, almost $2,000. You know what I mean? I gave away all my gold and silver for a reason. But I have skills and I have a network. Do you see what I'm saying? So if I need what I need, I can get what I need to get. I've got methods. Do you? Because you can't carry a week's worth or a month's worth of water on your back. You're going to need to procure it someplace. And fresh water is going to be really hard to come by because people are going to be setting up perimeters around it and saving it for themselves at the point of a weapon of some sort. Because that's how it works. Just thought I'd throw that out there real quick. The 10 kingdoms mentioned in the Bible, Trump is literally assembling his kingdom right now. I mean, it's just a coincidence that the 10 kingdoms show Greenland, Canada, North America, Mexico, and parts of Venezuela or parts of South America. It's just coincidental that it's actually happening in real life. Yeah, conspiracy theories that are all completely true and always have been. You're just catching up, or you can continue to ignore it. To your own detriment, I might include. I've spent my entire adult life trying to wake people up. And for the majority, it's worked. I should say for the minority, it's worked. For the majority, they're screwed. And when the bell rings, it's going to be Black Friday in the United States on a massive scale. Period. Secret weapons? Oh, they don't exist. Weapons that won't allow you to pick up your gun. Donald Trump literally just announced it at Davos that they just used that in Venezuela. And I have actual emails from people that live in the area that said, yes, that's exactly what did happen. Insane, incredible, unbelievable, but true. It's funny. You tell people there's fluoride in the water and they tell you you're a conspiracy theorist. Now, countries are banning fluoride in the water. States are banning fluoride in the water. But when I told you about it, conspiracy theory. The New World Order, that's just a conspiracy theory. Except they're at Davos right now arguing over who's going to be in charge of the New World Order. The digital dollar, taking out your bank, taking all your cash away, taking all your freedom away, putting you on a social credit system, that's a conspiracy theory. Yeah. Again, Larry Fink just completely, you know who Larry Fink is, don't you? Yeah. Runs Blackstone,
BlackRock, I'm sorry, same company, different names. Depends on what crimes they're committing. It's all a conspiracy theory. Chemtrails? Oh, you think they're controlling the weather? I know they're controlling the weather, and I proved it. And now, 11 different states have banned it. Trump's arguing at Davos over who's in charge of it. It's DARPA. And DARPA isn't just the government, okay? It's not the U.S. government. It's the Rothschilds family running DARPA. And they're spraying the sky every day, and they can absolutely control the weather. Period. That's what climate change is. For years, they stuffed climate change down our throat, even though it was an obvious fraud. But now, all of a sudden, they're building data centers all over the country, specifically the United States. We've got more in the United States than every other country combined. And guess what? Data centers destroy the ecology of the areas. They destroy the value of your home. And every time we turn around, they're defaming the dollar. Oh, the tariffs are going to make us rich again, while the national debt continues to go straight up every single solitary day. It's a conspiracy. Weapons of mass destruction, conspiracy. It was a conspiracy, but we theorized it before it even happened. Do you see what I'm saying? COVID-19. Conspiracy theory. And yet all the paperwork shows that the people that took the vaccines, many of them had heart attacks, strokes, blood clots, or died. Exactly like I told you before the vaccines were even available. Might be time for people to start waking up, because all these conspiracy theories that are now out in the open, there's a reason. They don't care anymore, because they realize that the people that we've been trying to wake up won't wake up, and the people that are awake aren't enough. And now they're doing this. Agenda 2030, no cars, no food, no money, social credit system. If you don't comply with their every whim, including your carbon intake and output, well, you end up homeless, just like they've already modeled in China. Think about that. Or don't, just ignore it, turn on TV or TikTok.